My name is Gwen. I'm a psychologist at the Department of General Internal Medicine and Psychosomatics at the Heidelberg University Hospital. And my research is on digital health interventions in psychosomatic disorders and especially mental health disorders, and on understanding the social environment and social networks, physical and the digital social environment of patients with mental health disorders. And in this my project, we are closely working together with the child and adolescent psychiatry in Heidelberg, and we are leading the work package 7, which is on piloting and evaluation of the SMILE tools that will be developed. So what is the project about? We are concerned with a group of adolescents. And what do we mean by that? We are guided by the definition of the WHO of early, middle, and late adolescence, and including as well the young adults. So more specifically, the age group 10 to 24 years old, which is a quite big age group and a quite wide definition here. But this lifespan is particularly formative for the emotional health of the whole life. Young people are confronted with themselves and their social environment, make their first critical experiences, define themselves, form an identity, and seek a place in the world. And both successes and setbacks are experienced very intensively and can have a lasting impact on the later life and on life decisions. And it's therefore not surprising that mental stress is common during this time. It's estimated that around 1 in 7 adolescents experience a mental illness. And this number does not even include those who might never seek help or might never go to a formal institution with their problems. And research has shown that the onset of many mental disorders has become earlier in the past decades. That means that people with the diagnosis get younger, especially for example, in eating disorders. And finally, it's important to mention that suicide is the 3rd most common cause of death as well in this age group. In our project, it's about meeting the group where they already are anyway in the digital world. And this constitutes a stressor in itself, but more specifically in gaming. So that's why my project is about developing a mobile game that addresses mental health issues. It's embedded in an adventure story of around 5 modules and chapters where the users are provided with concrete strategies that are taught on how to deal with oneself, how to build resilience strategy, how to form healthy coping strategies. And our methods, we borrow them from cognitive behavioral therapy concepts, although the game itself is no therapeutic game. So we are not intending to heal people with a game, of course. This would be really too much. And we believe that technology will never replace a real face-to-face human encounter. Rather, it's a preventive game, and we decided as well not to focus too much on patients. We want to focus on the broad community of adolescents and to reach really the adolescents and their daily life and in their day-to-day challenging situations. But the topic anyway is accompanied by strong fears and reservations, for example, due to this stigmatization. And that's why we involve young people early on in the development of the concept. I think the other projects as well focused on co-creation. That's what we did as well. And we invited people to participate in workshops and in focus group discussions within their respective age groups, which are 10 to 14, 15 to 19, and 20 to 24, to keep in a safe space within their own age groups. And finally, it's important for us as well to listen to the stakeholders, so to understand the perspective of parents and teachers and clinicians as well. Where we currently are in the project, we are in the middle, I think, as all projects that are presenting here. Our workshops and focus groups took place, but we are just before a huge testing phase of piloting and testing the Smile game and the so-called companion app in 7 countries, in Cyprus, Germany, Italy, Poland, Slovenia, Spain, and in UK. And this will be exciting. It will start quite soon, and happy to talk more about the challenges a bit later in the discussion.
Engaging with young people in research, challenges and solutions. Engaging young people in health-related interventions can be hard, and they need specific consideration. What challenges has your project identified, and what solutions are you implementing to reach young people?
Regarding language in our project, so the most challenging thing for me was writing the information sheets and the consent forms and explaining privacy to 10 years old, because our ethical commission was quite strict here. They told me all the time, you have to write this you have to write this in a way that 10 years old might understand you. And in the end, we used as well visualizations for it. So what is personal data? So, and in which kind can you say no to things? So, and this is, I think, a main issue, that to inform people, the adolescents, what do they have to join if they want to participate. But there in our project, we have some functionalities. They can say no. They can say, I don't want this. For example, a video diary, this is more innovative and experimental, and if they don't like it, then they can just refuse to do it. And from my perspective, the hardest group was the middle group. So the kids were not that dramatic. They were quite engaged. They really liked it, and they were fascinated. And the young adults were quite interested. But the 15 to 19 years old, with our very first focus groups, we got, I think, 30 or 40 email addresses that they are interested. And in the end, we had one really signature. And then we said we will come anyway and do this focus group. And 10 of them then joined. So it seemed a little bit like they just wanted to be sure what the others do. So are my classmates joining or not? And this will be a problem in the end, because we have to. I don't yet have a solution for this, but I think a major strategy will be just to be a bit more trustful and just proceed.
So the next question would be from Roberto in Spain. Do you follow if they exist established or official guidance on how to involve these groups in the design of studies or the adaptation of interventions?
Yeah, it would be an idea to develop these kind of guidance after completion of our old project. Maybe find some synergies or some results. Would be really an interesting approach. And I already tried to answer this in the Q&A chat. So you will find much guidance in the literature when you look for living lab methodology or co-creation. These are big keywords, but I think there is some guidance, but there will never be a standardized checklist, because this is so individual, and this is not realistic.
Okay.